EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Carolina Panthers. Is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
They're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Yetur Gross-Matos make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Fielded at the 43. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. Earl Thomas in on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. It's 34. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
And 2.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first. And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you
out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Big Derek Brown making the stop.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. 20, 10, touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown, Washington.
Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And Washington able to come up with a quick strike touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Uh-oh, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Taken about 7 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. Play action. It's Wilson. This
This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
But one of the ways alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a run with McCaffrey. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Fletcher Cox.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The first down line at the 34 here on third down. Shotgun handoff down to McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, and their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 22-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
14,
Now it's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Moore, his 21st touchdown of the season, and the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete a run like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just... And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Tre'Davious White with a pick. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether You keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Second and inches at the 37-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Russell Wilson.
They had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
On third down, Wilson. He can run for it, and he will. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Trying to get to the outside. This is McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more past midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Panthers first down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
20. Washington 7.
In Washington territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be second down.
But really, that was no surprise there. They've been running it well all game, and I know goals change all the time, but any team will take that type of run each and every time.
Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Yeah, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be fourth down.
Less than a yard.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. Here we go with McCaffrey. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're sort of seeing themselves. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Second and 9 now. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
back to throw now on first down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Rasul Douglas picks it. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
After the interception, here's Wilson. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Here's Wilson. And the Panthers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
You can almost feel him thinking as he's running the football. Just one more block, anything to get me to the perimeter and around the corner. Couldn't quite get there. Ends up getting spilled for a loss.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. McCaffrey. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. Joey Sly on now for the Panthers. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. 23. They took it all the way to the 1, but in the end, opt for 3.
Just doesn't sound right, does it? If you got all the way down to the 1-yard line, isn't that supposed to be a play in the end zone that culminates in a touchdown for your team?
And per usual, it felt like the guys on the sideline wanted to go ahead and go for it.
Of course they did, but of course head coach, it defers back to him, and he made the decision, let's get 3 out of this, make sure we get some points.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On first down, it's Gibson. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they've bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's now 4th down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here we go on 4th down. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
Washington.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man is Antonio Gandy Golden. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down.
And a Washington 1st down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. He'll find Gandy Golden there, complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And it's 3rd down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's complete to Gandy Golden. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for Antonio.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he comes back with one complete. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
Taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Gay's kick is good. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Watch the screen. 56, the mic, boys. 56. Check 56. I'm coming out to you. I'm coming out to you. 56, the mic. 56.
Throwing is Wilson. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
50-yard line.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
10 at the 27-yard line.
Here's Wilson looking for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 20-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
3rd and 2.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now Wilson. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. Oh, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. He's at the 40. Past the 20, 10, and he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. That's tough there. Starting to mount a good drive. Quarterback lets his guard down for just a moment, and it's going to bite him.
And I was just about to remark how controlled the game they were here in this third quarter, but that return for 6 points, we now have a game again.
And he's able to put it through.
The score, Panthers 23, Washington 17.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will make it into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And a juke this time. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards and a Panther first down. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though.
56. Check 56. Here we go. Check.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
29, Washington 17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. And we're back now in Charlotte.
It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4.
So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. Now a throw here to his running back. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Got an open man, finds Gibson.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll run with a North Carolina native. This is Bryce Love. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
15 yards the pickup, first down Washington.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
They'll run again with Love on first down. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
Got a man, it's Gibson, complete.
That catch good for only a couple.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Washington on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. Wait a second. That's got to be a mistake. They declined it.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that penalty. All right? They just picked up a first down, right? You want the penalty.
I am so confused right now. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. The football, and the Panthers have recovered. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball, because you're going after him.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not down in the 4th. They'll run on 1st down. Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And He's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 41. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Mike Evans with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for Washington. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Makes the score Panthers 29, Washington 24.
A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Wilson to throw. And Ingram holds it in. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here's McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl.